Hey guys, it's me. What's going on? How you all doing? So obviously, this is not a live stream. This is a video, which I never really do. Oop, it's a little bit messy today. Sorry, I have been busy today. So what is going on in this video? Well, as you can tell by the title, I'm making a watch. So, little fun fact: a couple months ago, I made this watch for my dad. Obviously, the reflection's kind of getting in the way, so I'm trying to cover it. But I made that watch for my dad for his birthday because, little fun fact, we lost my nan, my grandmother, a few months prior, and she was a very kind of artsy craft woman. And I felt my best way in honoring that memory whilst making him feel a bit better was by doing something I'm good at, which is tech. I like tech. So, with that in mind, we are going to be making. I'm going to be making a watch for you guys. It's been a few months. I'm a little bit rusty. So yeah, let's get on with the show. So, let's switch the camera over. Look, it's my monitors. And we're gonna push this down. And we are good to go. Sorry, that might have been very, very loud. I'm not entirely certain. Now, there's a very rickety setup. I'm also taking my mask off. So, sorry guys. You're gonna have to deal with. You are gonna have to deal with that. So let's talk about what makes up a watch. So inside of a watch, there is obviously this hand. Now this watch doesn't have a second hand because I actually broke the second hand when I was making this watch. And honestly, I think it looks a little bit better without it. So we're gonna leave it as it is, which dope. And what's the word? The face, obviously, I don't know if it picks up. It's all like kind of dimpled and looks kind of cool. You can see the inside there, and it has a twistable part. I always forget what this part's called. It's not a dial because it might be a dial actually, but who knows? So yeah, we have that part already. Next up, we have the bracelet and the clip. So this is the bracelet, that's the clip. There's the back of the watch there. This is called the crown. And yeah, those are the parts we are going to be focusing on for a watch. So here's what we got. Here's what we got part-wise. So these are the hands. Don't really know if you can see them in the bag, so let's take them out. Wow, that is really poor packaging, huh? I should mention I got all of these parts from Aliexpress for £107, so call it like 120 odd bucks. So that is how quote unquote easy and cheap it is to make a watch. Oh my god. What is going on with Why is that so weird? That's on. Goddamn petri dishes. I am wearing shorts, sorry you can kind of just see under my desk, but unfortunately there's kind of fishbowl at the minute, and I don't really have the best way to put out the camera. That's gonna be better. Also, you can't see my keyboard. I know it's dusty. I'm not very good at cleaning my equipment, unfortunately. I wish I was. I don't have the necessary tools to clean it, even though they are fairly cheap, and again, I can probably buy them on Aliexpress. So that's something. I'm just going to move this out of the way for the time being. There we go. Now we have a bit more desk room to work with. Cool. Anyway, I was trying to take these out, but for some reason they packed them really weirdly. There we go. Unpack. So yeah, usually these hands are supposed to be in this petri dish. I don't know why they're not. So I'm probably gonna have to do that myself. Yay for Onyx. Probably should not be starting off with the hands. I should have probably prepped this actually a little bit beforehand, but anyhow, I literally just got back from like a family dinner, and my parents are gonna be leaving soon, I believe, to go shopping. So, none of the game. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to flip this over maybe just to show you stuff. But here we go. We have the hands. So we have two silver with white lines, and then the second hand, which is also flipped again, is green. And obviously there is a theme here. I'm going for a green and black watch. So this is the casing. It also has a dial and has a little green ring around it. We have a nice black bracelet, and the clip is a little bit different. I gotta file it because it is very stiff. Usually you're supposed to pull it, but with this one, I like for me to actually access it and open it, I have to open it kind of heretically and pop it open like that. Which, yeah, so it just clips. There's a little hole back. Yeah, so there's a hole here, and there's a little clicker there. So I'm probably gonna have to file these at some point to see why it's so stiff. Just doing an initial look now, but I'm not really seeing why it's so stiff. So that's helpful. That is very helpful. Alright. So the next part of the watch is the movement, and this is the key components. Where is the entrance? I'm all turned around. Now I'm not going to take it out yet because I need something else. Actually, I need this. This is what's known as a movement cushion. This is a little air blower so to stop dust and things. Now, what I can do is out. And here we have a watch. What makes it a watch? So this is essentially it's supposed to be a Seiko, which is a Japanese model watch or movement. Sorry, this is a Japanese model movement. But on Aliexpress, obviously, it's not the actual one. It is a manual wind, which means it doesn't have an internal battery. What it does have is you twist what is that little blue thing, but will be this little thing called the crown. You twist that, and it will put some wind and power into it, and it will make the watch go. And finally, we have the dial. Now, see, there's nothing on here. Because, again, it's acted very weirdly. This, I almost thought didn't arrive, because it was on the inside of the box. They taped it on the inside of a box with a steel polish cleaning rag. So, you know, that's always fun. That is. Take the shot. I really should have prepared this beforehand. Where's? Come on. There we go. There we go. I'm just getting the tape off. I don't know why they put tape on this. The first one I got was much nicely packaged. Much nicer packaged, really. I don't know why this one's kind of shot up and packaged really haphazardly. But also, in a way, it does kind of make it a little bit nicer. So, hey ho, I guess. Wonderful content, Onyx. I am a master at content, guys, I swear. I know exactly what I'm doing all the time. Okay. What is your major malfunction, soldier? Why are you being involved? Yeah, you think watchmaking is so delicate, guys, but yet I'm having so much annoyance going on. I'm gonna move some stuff out of the way as well, just clean up space a little bit more. I know the phone can have a lot of wide range of view, so you can kind of see a lot. There we go. Oh wow, paper. So impressive on it. No point in tape at all because it's on the wrong side. There we go. So here we have the dial. gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it states there that it is a Seiko. Look at that. Look at that nice green. I don't want to touch it with my bare hand, so we'll get onto that in a minute. But I am going to close it, but first I'm going to put this back on just so it has an extra layer of protection. I'm going to leave it like that for now. Leave it. So I got to grab something real quick. So give me that. So, now there are a couple ways that you can kind of prep with. This is not a wash making kit. This is my guitar kit, but I do have a tool in this guitar kit that is very, very important for me to use. And it is these. These are not technically wire cutters, but they are. They're pressure wire cutters, but they work on what we need. Because on a watch, you need to do stem, which is what this little piece here is, stem. We'll get onto that when we're building the watch. For now, talk about the next thing we need. The next thing we do need is finger coals. So, obviously I've not been touching any of the watch parts with my bare hands because fingers are naturally oily and that oil can mess up the inner workings of a watch, of a movement. So we always wear finger coats over our fingers. I do my thumb, index, and ring up middle. Sometimes I'll do my ring finger, and it just makes sure that your hands are breathable because it's not an easy job. It's very sweaty. You have to be very precise with your movements. So yeah, we try and be careful. Next up we have gasket grease. So it is essentially a rubber O-ring, if you all know what that is, like a rubber ring on the inside of a watch that needs to be lubricated. So that's what the purpose of this is. It won't come out. Why is nothing going my way? I really should have prepped this all before I hit record. There we go. So you put the gasket in there, close the lid, give it a shake around, like that, and then you can put the gasket in. Now, another thing you might want if you decide to build a watch are plastic tweezers, because they're just useful. I use toothpicks. These are technically wooden cocktail sticks, but I use them all the same because they're made out of wood. They're not going to scratch anything. I just pick off most of it like so. And now I have a toothpick. It's just easy to have. You can leave this on. If you're using something like this and you're going to lose it because you have no desk space, leave that on. You're gonna know where it is, and I've got a bunch of them, so I know I'm not going to lose it. Or I know if I gotta waste them, I gotta waste them. So next thing is some watches have different backs. So this one, for example, has little grooves, whereas this one has little ridges. So for ones with little ridges, you sometimes can take them off by hand, like I can with this one. Like that. Or you need a little ball, a squeezable ball. I don't have one of those, but in case I need it, I have a little stress ball, beach ball thing that I gotta hide the logo of because that's is where I go to university. So what else we got? But yeah, so in case with things like grooves, this is a little wrench that comes with adapters. You screw them in, tighten it all up, and then there's a little wrench. Next thing I have is some. Well, this is called loot, but it's essentially just Loctite. It's super glue. It's thread locker, and you use it on the crown to connect to the stem. So when you're screwing stuff, the crown doesn't come off. And then finally, we have these. These are pushers. Oh wait, no, it's not all just pushers though. So the colored ones are hand pushers. So when you put in the hand onto the pin that's in the middle of the movement, which is, you can't really see it, but it's a little up there. You need to add a bit of pressure, so you push down on the cushion. then this, which is actually where we're going to start off, as I put on our finger tops, is used to take off the bracelet from the main part. So that's what we're going to do. So let's begin. So first off, there's two ways you can start off. I always start off by just blowing away any dust, because doing that just keeps the surface nice and clean, means no dust will get in the watch if it actually falls. Obviously my mouse pad is pretty dusty at the minute. But all in all, it just keeps everything clean and tidy. The next thing I'm going to do is apply some finger coat. So these are ones I originally got when I made the first watch. Then I got a big bag of them. So, let's get to it. And a finger coat just goes on like that. It has some ridges, so yeah. It's just literally just to keep things clean. I'm probably going to get some people in my comments who are going to say some very immature things. Don't worry about that. These are primarily just to keep the area sterile. That one has a hole in it. It's fine, I'm sure it's got a hole. Maybe. My hand just looks like that. Oh, I got exactly 3 left. That is perfect in this little baggie. That's great. Yeah. That is absolutely wonderful. I probably could do these all like a bunch at a time, but I don't really want to. Yeah, as you can probably tell, this is going to be a very long video, and it's probably not even going to be edited. I might up the volume or change the volume around at certain points, but you know how we do. You know how we do. We'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. So yeah, now we have that all set up. The next part then is this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little wrench here, and we're going to stick it right into that little crevice. I'm just going to undo it. Ooh, it does not want to come. It does not want to come out. Huh. That's annoying, to say the least. I've never done this with like a camera before, so this is going to be awkward. Stiff. That does not want to move in the slightest, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Let's pop loose. His hand. It has pop loose. We like that. We love to see it. We love to see it. So let's just try and finish it off. Get it all out. Oh, that is really stiff, huh? I don't know how much of this you can actually see, but I'm trying to make it as visible as I possibly can whilst being able to work efficiently. The thing is, this is on a spring, so I'm trying to be very careful to not like damage anything. Easy to go pushing. It might be 20 minutes of the video in and we're already struggling. There we go. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, I am going to take that out, but I am just going to put it. I have a little tub. Where's my little tub? My little tub hidden. No. I have a little tub. I'm just going to put that in there so I don't lose it. Here we go. Now, I'm just going to screw off the back. That is interesting. This did not come with a gasket. That is very interesting. did it. No, I just being very blind. No, that did not come with a gasket, which is fine, I guess. Makes sense. So this is this is a movement guard. So so the movement kind of just goes in there and it sits on there. I can't remember exactly which way it is. We'll figure it out when I'm sorting it out. But for now, I'm going to take it out. And I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to leave the back over here, and the die and this I'm going to put there. There we go. So, what is next? Well, that's an excellent question. What is next, indeed? Next up, getting open this goddamn tub. Go. Now, we can take out the dial. Well, not the dial, the movement. I'm going to be using all sorts of lingo today, and you're going to be learning lots of it. I'm just going to turn the brightness down. No. Yeah, no, not really worth it at all. Maybe if I put that down. Yeah, that works a lot better now. There we go. Turn that up again. So yeah, we have the movement here. Now it's gonna be hard to see, but I'll try and show you as best I can with this up close. So the first one we need to do is take out the dummy stem. So on these, there is a little lever right there, where my toothpick is, right about there, that we need to push down on to pull the stem out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull. We're going to put it in the middle, right there. Push. No, does it? Yeah, maybe. It'll be easier. It's finicky work. It should be. One second, I gotta take a look closer. It should be that way. I'll put out. Put inwards. So okay, it should be the other side. Yeah, yeah, okay. I've been doing it in the wrong place. That's fine. So it's not in the big dot here, but it's a little dot here. There we go. That's better. So that is a dummy stem. Essentially, it's just a stem, but it's been cut with this on, which we don't want. So into the off. And we got that done. Next up is the watch face, or the watch dial. Okay. No. So let's take a closer look at this dial. It's gorgeous, and I'm hoping it will pair real nice with that. So that's what you'll be. This is what you'll be seeing, and I think it is a bit of a darker shade of green. That's more of like a deep green, but it's more of a jade. But I'm hoping it'll contrast fairly nicely. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this over, and we are going to look for these holes here and here, and on the back of this, we are going to match it. So hey ho, that's what we're going to do. And there's a very, very easy way to find it. There's a dimple there. I don't know if you can see on the face, but there is a little dimple there. So we need to match it up with the hole from where the stem comes out. So you probably should do this without taking the stem out first. I don't, because the stem is just a piece of annoying crap. I might have to actually put stuff. I'm using my ring finger a lot. I don't want to get oils on this thing, so I might actually put more finger cops on. I also don't know how well my audio has been coming through, because I'm speaking down a lot instead of away from my mic. So I don't know. We'll find out. Because I've been speaking a lot like this. So yeah. My audio seems to be fine. So that's what it is. So there you go. It takes a lot of trial and error. You're never going to get things perfect the first time around, so just experiment, have fun if you want to try it. But again, it is an expensive hobby to get into. I had some money left over from uni, and I decided to treat myself because I made my dad a watch and I didn't make myself one, and I wanted to make myself one first, and then I figured it'd be nice to make him a watch. So that's what I did. I'm not regretting it. Now, this one's a little bit weird. It's not made right, was it? Or was it? Now just put it on wrong. Yeah, put it on wrong. There we go. Potted up again. So here we go. So yeah, we're gonna look for the dimple, or wherever it is. So it's there. I'm gonna watch it this way, so it needs to be like that. And then we find the dimple, and then we put it on. And then we need to find where the holes go inside. So hopefully this actually fits in. And there. So you can kind of see there's a hole right there, and that top one thing. We have got to cut these, and they are fairly malleable. So that top one is the one that we've got to stay. The other two have got to be cut. But just make sure I'm going to measure twice. Measure twice, cut once. After all. So yeah, that's it. So where are the pliers that I used? They're hidden again. My desk is not big enough for this, but then again, I did it on a small desk when I was at uni. And these are pretty soft metal, so you can just kind of cut at them really easily. And it works a charm. Sometimes don't cut all the way though, so it might be easier to come out there at a corner. I don't know. See what you can do. I haven't got any wire cutters though. The thing I really need is wire cutters. They make the world go round, wire cutters. Those are really bad cuts, huh? In case it's like, I would get proper wire cutters so you can get real up and close with them. I don't have any. I'm trying to like experiment a little bit. You probably even could cut these off with scissors, being honest with you. But that's how malleable these things are. Any pair of scissors anyway? I don't think I do. Yeah, we got a different one. Mind you, if you twist and stuff, doing the way I'm doing, there we go, that one's off. Now let's try and get the next one. There we go. So that is one done. And let's double check that, because if I made a mistake, I will correct. Yes, that's fitting kind of fine. Yeah, I mean, it might be a little bit offset, but I'll go do this one now. Now, where's the hole? The hole for this one. Does that line up? A little bit. So those back two have all got to come off. So back to the cutting. This must be thrilling, guys, I swear. Great content, I know. And that's come off nice and cleanly. A little bit mushed. There we go. There we go. So that should all hopefully fit. Now, where was that 17? 17 is for the whole world. Yes, sir. That's the press in. Look at that. We have a lovely, lovely dial on. That is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that so much. I cannot even lie. I love that. So I just put it on the little guard piece, just to accentuate a little further. And look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that, guys. I really love that. Beautiful. Oof. Oof. Okay. So what is next? The part I hate, which is crown cutting. Oh wait, that's the gasket. Yeah, this is the gasket. I don't. Where does this come from? It's fine. So I'm just gonna put that in my tub. Move that to the side. No, I'm kind of got everything everywhere. So I'm just gonna move some stuff around. Don't need to do any more. There. Now, luckily, the movement comes with a stem, which means I can use this one for now instead of the ones I bought. But this is where a tricky comes in. When you do this professionally, you're gonna have a pair of calipers. I don't own a pair. I could get a pair. I don't want a pair because I don't do this enough. I do it occasionally. Like it's been 5 months, I think, since I made the first one. Maybe a little bit less. We're gonna screw the crown off like I have now, and we are going to screw it onto the crown here, onto the stem here, like so. Awesome. Now we are going to have to put the watch into the movement, like so. We need to line up the dial with the hole. Line it all up. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. Put this back on the cushion just to give me a little bit extra support. Grab the toothpick because we need to lock it. And that just goes back into the hole. Can I come out? No. So, as you can see, there's a little bit of give. So we need to find the distance from here to here. Helpful. I know. So I can do a toothpick test. And I can just mark exactly on the toothpick where it is. The distance from here to there. And what I can kind of see is it starts to kind of curl in after it starts to get a little bit thicker. Now, obviously, this is a very bad way of doing it, but it is a way of doing it. I know, perfect. So, what would we call that? A couple meters? A couple millimeters? So, pretty about. Really. This is a place that comes from. And this is also moving around. This doesn't help. So, yeah, we're gonna pull it out. Duh. Unscrew the crown. As you see, there is a lot of material there. Yeah, now this is where Y cuts would come in real handy because I've done this with this before, and it is not fun in the slightest. So we're gonna take off that much. Yeah. Now, I gotta be careful here because this can hurt. So I want to do it off camera, but you do have to squeeze it really hard, and it can go flying. So just be very wary of that. Ooh. There we go. That is done. So it's a lot shorter now and it has a point. So I might need to file that, but I don't have a file on me. So you're helpful. But if I'm lucky, it just might be. It can sometimes just go on, not crooked in the slightest. Like this is maybe. I don't know. Is that crooked? I can't tell because the camera is not helping. I think it might be crooked. Yeah, it's crooked. That's fine. That's fine. So I try screwing and unscrewing until it stops doing that. Really. If it does have a very weird point now, you can't really see. I don't have any nail files. That would be very helpful with a nail file. Because like it's I don't know if it's steel. I wouldn't say it's probably steel. It's probably like aluminum. Oh wait, that's actually on straight now. There we go. So now what we need to do is we need to put this back in and test the width. We gotta take off more. We gotta take off more. It's always better to take off less than more. That is a very good motto alongside measure twice, cut once. Because you never know if you need to cut off more, you can make micro adjustments. If you need to cut off less, then fine. Wonderful, wonderful. That can happen. That is not going in the slightest, huh? No, that is annoying. I'm struggling to see. That's also one that can happen. There we go. So we have a little bit of movement room. Let me put that on. See if that's moving around. A little bit, a little bit. It is no, it's fine. It's fine. So a little bit more needs to come off. Not a lot, but a little bit more. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to see if I can. Yeah, because like that needs to hit the thread to be able to spin, which currently it's not. So it only needs like a millimeter, like tiniest amount, which means this cut is going to be very, very difficult and potentially extremely painful for your boy. So we're going to do it about there. Okay, I'm going to do this off screen just in case anything happens. That flung to here. That's what that is. That is the head off of that. I've never had that happen before, where it just flung back upwards. There you go. Interesting moment from the watchmaking community. We have been at this for 38 minutes. I hope you guys were very intrigued by my watchmaking capabilities. There we go, that's in. One final test. Hopefully this works nicely, because if it doesn't, I will cry. Going in at all. I think I might have cut it too short, you know. There's a very big chance that I cut it too short. Yeah, I cut it too short. But that's good, because then that means when we get a new stem out, we can use this as a placeholder of how too short is. Now, I do actually have some spare stems. I came prepared. So let's open up this box and get out a fresh stem. I've got a bunch of stems, actually. It's like a whole bag full of these. It's a whole box full of these. We got a whole nice bag. I'm just gonna take that out of the bag, like so. And I can close off this bag, put it back in the box, and hopefully the stem does not fall out of my hand because I'm holding it very loosely. There we go. So let's measure this up. So the end of the stem is right there. Wow, these guys are fiddly, aren't they? So uh, so I'm thinking about maybe this is what I do. I just did it in my hand. I get a little bit better control and trying to do it on the table, making things difficult for ourselves. It is the art of the trade, eh? Just like my Skybound Dome, which you guys should totally check out on Skybound SMP on my Twitch. So I think that should be okay at a full level. So if I take off about that much, all right. So we have that cut. Now let's try this once more. This might take a couple tries, so don't be disheartened if you don't get it on your first go, because it's never gonna be perfect. Just keep at it. Make sure you buy lots of stems. They're fairly cheap on Aliexpress, like a couple quid maybe, or like a buck or two, especially for one I bought, which has multiple in it. So yeah, let's get that done in. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hoping this is going to go on perfectly now. Yeah, that should be in. I just gotta try and get to the Titan and see if that will stay on. Oh, okay, it's a little bit more too long, which is fine. We can manage. This means I've got to take off like an inch, if that. Not even an inch, like a tiny ass bar, which is going to be very annoying. So. Oh. If you put your hand too close to the thing, you're gonna feel like a pinch. Not because you caught your fingers, but just because like the shockwave is that close from expelling force from snapping a piece of metal with some pliers. Come on. It's a very jagged cut piece there. I had an issue with my other one. Similar to this. This is what you need a file for. And yeah, I could try and recut it to get it perfectly, but that is actually fine. Now, hopefully, I won't have to do this a third time. But you know what to say, third time's a charm. Yoo-hoo, it's gonna blow out. Goes. That should be in now. Yep. Now let's hope God it's actually fixing. Come on, I can feel you gripping. I'm gonna fix like a little bit more. Another little bit. Little bit, little bit, little bit. A little bit. Stop doing that, please. That's okay. Just take off a tad bit. Not too much. Still put a little bit too much. That's perfect. There's going to be metal shards all over my floor. Let's get the hoover done. So that's another thing to consider when making watches. It is going to make a little bit of a mess like this. But if you can make a watch that you really like looking at, it's going to look so great. Now, the one thing I can't do is actually wear this anytime soon because I don't have a link remover or a screwdriver to put it in. Oh, that might actually be perfect, you know. No. Let's see if I can do it without being on screen. Oh my god, that's on. Look at that. That is on. And yeah, you just like that. I'm hoping this will come off now. That happened to me once or twice in the past. Out. In. Cool. Now this is where it's going to get a wee bit difficult. There's two parts upcoming that I really hate. So we're going to undo. So this is where the Loctite comes in. So do I have anything? Why is that off? Won't be off. Please. I'm trying to see if I like these. You can probably see where I'm going with this. It's always going to have like a little bit of scrap to this because you can't just dollop it right on there, but then you don't know if you're having too much or too little. Whereas I just prefer to kind of dip it on there and hope for the best. That's kind of go. Loctite ready. Maybe a little bit of a race. Let's just do a good old squeeze. This might harden in the case, anyway. Just hardened in the case. Wait. It might have actually hardened in there. Which, if that's the case, it's not great for me. And next up, plan number 2 is going to the lid. I'm trying not to get it on my desk. So this one must do off camera. Just a little dollop of thread locker on it. Smells like a monster. Okay. So let's use a little dollop. You can kind of see it on there. A little bit of blue. Take the head. And the reason it's on there is because it's thread locker. Lock the thread in place and stop it from moving about. And now we're just going to use this paper to wipe off the excess. And we're going to leave that to sit for a little bit. Oh. Alright, now here's the part where I'm going to struggle. So there is one thing I actually did forget to show you. This is something known as watchmaker's putty. Very useful. Very useful. If I can get it out of the little bag. Very helpful. So it's literally no different than like blue tack or whatever you call it. Sticky tack. I'm going to close that lid in case it closes. Note to Onyx. Gotta get a new thread locker. Because that was crap. So next up is the hand. I'm really not looking forward to Oh my god. So something I haven't actually been doing in the slightest at all throughout all of this is dusting. You should always try and do a dust between doing stuff. So I'm just going to take off that, get a little dust through like that. Get the back a little dust. Give the thing a little dust here. This is stop junk getting in there. Alright. So here is where I'm going to suffer. Because I am a very blind man. And blindness and small things that can go missing very easily, especially things that are thin, do not go very well together. Not in the. But do you know what time it is? Well, I can tell you if you don't know. It is time for the hands. Wow, that is just so ridiculous. Alright. We gotta be very careful how we do this. So, we're getting our pushes. Now, I hate using these, especially on the second hand, because it all just gets weird. In fact, I might move the camera and stuff for this part. I don't know yet. Because I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of room. I'm gonna have to move the camera first. Because this is going to be a very delicate task. I'm actually going to grab this so I can move my fringe out of my hair. Ah. Yep. Okay, so here's how this works. We grab our watchmaker's putty and we grab this hand. This is our hand. This is our hand. And we need, really, do like that. Now, the way I would do this is I would actually hold it first, if you can, just so you can pick it up by the little pointer. Now, hands are finicky because they are so small and quite delicate. They're only fine metal, sometimes plastic. Now, I press it in nice and hard just so it doesn't go anywhere while you're trying to work. And you're going to position it at 12:01. And you can do this in a good way. I don't because I'm not very good. And then you're going to grab a hand pusher, the right size one preferably, which I think is this one. I don't know. That's just oh boy, this is weird. Actually, something I should do actually before I even start on the hands is do this properly. Because with a watch that doesn't have a face, you can kind of get away with it. When it has a face, it needs to be correctly inputted, not inputted on it. So this is where we're going to grab our crown, which should hopefully now be in place and set. Say as if I know, because I don't know shit about glue and thread locker. Where is it? That is right there. One out? Yes, it is. What did we do earlier? Huh? Alright, line to the back. Should be it now. Oh my god, you absolute. Oh boy, this is gonna give me an aneurysm. Come on. And it is. So hopefully now. Let's start running it. I should have freeze. Yeah, so this should help the start change the state. Yeah, see it change to 18. I'm going to twist it to say 19. And then we're going to get that one. No, it's just to reset it so it's at midnight. So it is as accurate as we can get it. It's not necessarily something you really have to do if you don't want to, but it is just a good habit to have. And it did just switch to 18. Come on. Oh, yeah, there we go. 19. There we go. Cool. Alright. Our hand. Up. Please. And can you do a little bit of the fritz? Dope as. Let me grab this one, I think. Where's our bigger one? Find that one. It's always hard to tell. I think that one might be it, you know. And we just gotta place it on the little thing there. And give it a good old push in. Nice. There we go. Now we just start giving that a twist around to reset it so we can do the same with the minute hand. Oh, that's off. Oh, it's done the minute. One time I put the minute hand. Weird. I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out. You get what you get with Aliexpress, to be fair, so we'll find out. I did take a full 2 spins, which I'm finding extremely peculiar. Because, no, it shouldn't take full 2 spins. Next up, we're gonna go with that one. Now we are just gonna check that, make sure it's not dragging against anything. It is tilted. Oh, that's why this come off. There's something that can happen, so let's be careful here. Still should be the wrong size one, to be fair. Got a big one or a small one or whatever. Let's try this gray one. What's wrong with that? So, because of how long I'm taking this. Thing? Like raised. I think yes, they are. Oh, that's why I hate hands. Because you see that raise, right? Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. And I'm knocked it off. Which probably means I'm still using the wrong size hand. I got lucky the first one, not so much for the second. Got a gold one, maybe. My Iron Man pusher. This should end. That is so a potential issue. It literally just be done. And that's the case. well, we might be a little bit screwed with the hand. You know, we're going to continue this project until a later date. This will have. I'm trying to forget the snap. So I want to show ahead of my first second hand snap, which is a pain in the ass. You need to find like the right level between forceful and gentle, and I am neither one of those. So I'm gonna be both. Another thing is also keeping your patience, which I do not have in abundance, being honest. Yeah, this video is going to come up to like over an hour, 20 minutes, and most of that is just going to be me putting on the hand. I'll be so real with you. And my editing skills are so crap that I'm not editing it. I'm putting it into DaVinci. I'm going to add maybe some post stuff, like audio. So, you know, Come on, just get on there. That worked. Oh my god, that might actually be in it. That might actually be it. Alright. Realistically, you shouldn't do this. I'm only doing it because I'm annoyed and desperate. And I might also put that. But here's the other side of the page. I have a little bit of fresh. Yeah, no, it's not making. The pushes. Yeah. Watchmaking, not the easiest game in the world, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hi. You want to just stay on there, please? Thank you. I'm not. This is where I found out I doing it wrong. Okay. Hopefully, you know, let it stay on. So gotta wind. Yeah, that's doing a full rotation, which actually no, that makes sense. Yeah, that's not 24 hours, it's 12 hours. There we go. So now for the one that I hate the most. Oh boy, if I snap this one, I'll be so mad because the green looks so nice. Oh, you son of a bitch! I didn't snap it, but I don't know if you could see it. But the minute his hand come off as well. Oh my god. You absolute buffoon. I hate you so much. Get on that damn peg right now before I kill your parents. By your parents, I mean me, so I'm telling you. No, get on there. Stay on there. A little bit off. Now this is calibrated correctly. Now, if you come off, I'm putting this damn seconds hand on. I am sending you to the watch graveyard. I just noticed it came off and I was really panicked then. It's where I've got to be careful because these hands are very frail and as well. Ooh, I was about to punch someone then. It's come off again. Oh, this minute's hand is being my very least favorite thing in the world right now, and that's saying something about a lot of things that I hate. Also, a lot of things I like, including watchmaking. What do I not like about watchmaking? No, you ask. Fucking hands. I've been at this for 7 minutes already, I'm pretty sure. Feel free to skip forward to when I actually complete the minute hand. So far, it's looking like it's going to be in February next year. So rubbing? No. Fantastic. More. Kidding. Rubbing. This looks so. Oh, I think there is one. Two. That is almost exact as well. It's a little bit off, but that's fine. Now then, you need to get on there. You need to not. A peach. A peach. Yay, we're all best friends, right? That's right. I sure do. I'm very like nervous. Like it's like defusing a bomb. I feel like I'm playing keep talking and no one explodes. Very good game by the way. I play with my girlfriend a lot. It gets very confusing though sometimes. Okay. Right. I try things for fun, right? There's a video. We're all making YouTube videos. I'm sure some like actual watch dudes can come up and be like, "What the fuck did you make? Why have you done this? This poor, wonderful, beautiful. What fucking minute again? I must see it. Get it off when I do this. No, I think just push this. Oops, apologies. Am I getting motion sickness? I'm very sorry. Blind for this. Oh no, I almost had it then. You bitch. Oh my god, no, 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 no. You say. Should I say or should I go? You should say and go. You should say and go in. Actually, one. Eat a turd. Bitch. Push in. Alright, that might just be it. It popped off. Hey! How's it going for you guys? You having fun here? You having fun watching me fail miserably? Give this a bit of a spritz round. Make sure. Alright. Putty back. Right. Oh. I don't want it. I picked up the minute hand again! God. No, now I've got putty on the actual second hand. That was a mistake, but I will not be making it again. Alright. Second hand goes back down. information of Onyx messing around the minutes hand because it's not wanting to go on when it doesn't want it, doesn't want to stay on. Oh my god, it's not even on. Fuck me. Sideways, you bitch. Stop it. I'm calling your parents. Doesn't also help my hand is shaking a lot. I don't know if that's with rage or just because it's something small and I'm very uncomfortable right now. Because I can't even use my magnifier on this. Oh, you fucking. Ah. Ah. Nope. It's gonna snap. I'm pretty sure it's no. The first one, easy peasy. Nice job. Easy job. What the fuck? Where has that gone? Okay. Going to the shadow realm now, are you? Oh my fuck off, you fucking slime piece of shit. I'm going to end your existence. Get on my watch! Don't let my door. Come on. This is gonna dissuade some of you onto watchmaking. It is hard, and it is a hard. This is probably the hardest process because I'm especially when you're me because I am visually impaired. So doing small stuff as a visually impaired man is both ironic and also very. Fingers, oh boy. You fucking stay on the goddamn putty for fuck's sake for like 2 seconds just while I'm trying to maneuver you onto the spot you're supposed to be in. Fucking... Ah. Oh no. Oh dear. I seem to have lost the minute hand. Where has that gone? I've also got a piece of fucking thing sticking to me. I knew that was gonna happen. I've got to try and find it. Oh yeah. Here we go. Just over. Hair on it or anything. Pop it on the floor. I did. Woohoo. Alrighty. Lord, give me strength so I can put the goddamn minute hand on my watch, please, because it looks so cool and I want it to be so awesome. Try a different one, maybe? Try the light gray one? Good. I think we've done it. Maybe. Oh my god, it's falling off. My brother in Christ, just stay on there for 2 fucking seconds, man. Jesus, Mary, and fucking Joseph. How long are we at now? 1:15. I've been doing this for over 10 minutes now. Maybe even closing on an hour. I don't know. Minutes hand. Why am I speaking? So I've not done anything to you or your family. I'm just trying to put you in a nice shiny case so you can look pretty. See, most nerds paint Warhammer figurines or D&D miniatures. No, I have to make watches. That's my level of autism. I mean, I'm spinning as fast as I should be, but that's me just to make sure it doesn't meet up at 12 exactly, which is somewhat annoying, but it's not too bad. Most of 12 is cool. Alright. Let's do this again. You snap, but don't go on. I'm slaying your family. To the Iranians. Why the Iranians? Because of the villains in Back to the Future 2 and killed Doc Brown, and I think they want to kill him for you as well. But no, don't worry for you. Oh my god, it's the only one on Blade done it. He might have done it, just barely. Oh, don't tell me that one's flying off as well. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to find that one, am I? Oh. Oh, wait. I think I'll do some shine a little bit. Almost had that one as well, man. Back a little bit. I should probably reset it for the fans. I don't have a hand puller. That's something you need as well. If you're going to be taking the hands off, you need a pry bar essentially for the hands. I don't have one of those, so I need the luxury of suffering. Oh, that's bent a little bit. There's a gold one. Here's a gold one. Yeah, we'll find out. Soon enough, it'll be fine, I'm sure. Yeah, for now on it. Then three. I've made the fucking minute hand come loose again, and I've bent this fucking thing, haven't I? I have another watch about a second hand. That's me. God. Keep doing dumb shit and getting reckless. So let me because once they're on, they can't come off. At least not anytime soon. Because they get a different tool to fix that, and I don't own that tool, so it's very nice here. That was a little bit off, but that one's fine. Take a nice, calming breath with me, everyone. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I think I just overloaded my fucking water. So which one was it? It was the black one. I don't know. That's the gray one. Getting better at it. Let me just make sure that's alright. Yeah, that's not catching anything. Yeah, I think it's 27. Cool. Now you need to stop being a pain in my ass. Because reason. Simply because I said so. moving around the putty. No trying to gaggle off. No spinning away. None of it. I don't want any of it. Yep. Uh, if I can get this. Okay, look, if it snaps, it snaps. That's fine. It happens. I shouldn't say this really. So that's bending all out of shape. There we go. For that fucking Lilo and Stitch riding the roller coaster of Hawaii song in my head. I watched the animated version the other day. For like the first time in a long time. Bent it again, which means it's probably a bit too big. Which is good with it, but we could have can't really fix it up in game, have I? Whether it's right like that, aren't I? Snap. If it snaps, this snaps, I'll just put the fucking thing in the God! I'm actually gonna end someone's life today. I might actually do it. This goddamn watch is making me murderous. It was not this hard last time. I should not be doing this for an hour. I spent the last one like spent 45 minutes, and that was the first time I ever made a watch. But this should not be this annoying. It's going up, but hopefully I'll be fine on this. Control. So far, seems to be fine. Can I try with a bigger one? No. Can I try with black? Oh no, that's not too big. No, too big. That's too big. How about the red one? That could work. That could work. That could work. That might actually be on me. I don't like them. Yeah, I just flicked onto my thumb. Alright. Back. No, 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 no. There might be an easier way to do this. I'm just not very good at it because I'm very hack-handed, which essentially just means that me and my hands not get along very well. As you can tell, they shake a lot and tend to do very small and finicky things, which is another reason why I don't make many miniatures for games, because I don't think I really I don't know if it's dragging too much. It should not be spinning like that. It should be going all the way around. It's not. It's following the minute hand. Finger in it went wild. But then that could also be the reason why it's kind of doing that. It's because it's just bent weirdly, but I can't really fix that. This just means I fixed that. Okay, there are no mistakes. Only half of the lag. What I'm actually going to try and do is I'm going to try and blend this down. A little bit. A little bit. Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. I just knocked off that hand, didn't I? Why does minute hand keep coming off? For fuck's sake, you bitch. Okay, I'm kind of getting it a little bit better at putting the minute hand on. There's a bonus. That is a bonus. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Around. Wasn't. It was. It wasn't. Alright. Web. Fuck you. No. Better. That seems nicely. My bottom spin me. So I might I get this lock in the place. No more spin. Red one. The white one. White one curves again. White one. No. I'm fucking off for the green one. Yeah, then. Okay. 500 time the charm. I swear it. One. Done it. Maybe. Well, it didn't even move this time, but I think that could just be because it's a little bit. No, it just doesn't. Light. Oh shit. I can't even get that out. How are we gonna do this? I mean, it's spinning. It's just jumping everywhere. And this now is completely off. This is how bad that is going. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. Where the entire thing just goes out of plumb. Like, look at that. Past 12 o'clock. Oh my god, that's wild. I need. Don't do this at home, kids. Like, okay, not. The only thing I could maybe think to do is to use this. That'd be extremely careful. Hmm. Do I do it? Okay. This might work, this might not. Find out. So, in cases where one makes mistakes, what they can do is this. Essentially, it slides over the hand of your watch. Like so. Like everything, like all the hands are Very interesting. I might have to put there we go. That's what I wanted. Grab a little tool here. I don't know this what this I have to do with this, but we're gonna try it. Try them all out. You can get pretty cool, but go ahead. Carry on. Yeah. That is stuck on there. Oh shit. Okay. Might have to roll there. I think it's a little. Oh, great. Oh. On the plus side, I'm gonna have cool, funky designs on my hand. I don't want to damage the pin in the middle of the thing. I think it's called a canyon. I'm not entirely sure. But not like it's spinning at all. Well, I'm on Onyx. You actually managed to do a fuck up. That is pretty fucking royal. I mean, if I snap it, it's not coming out. I think it's yeah, no. Stuck in there. Well, we have the most useless watch in the world. Oh, wait. That's definitely lifted it up a little bit more. But again, that second time. Oof. I mean, it's on. Which is the main thing. But it is turning in a way it should not be turning. It is funky. Oh, and it's died. Is it possible? Or is it just or is it just oh, it's just fucking Debbie just hit the wall. Never had it all. Temper back the day. I do wonder what it's on properly. I'm wondering what's causing it to spin like that. I guess maybe it's because it's not on properly. Wow, that is bad. No. Yeah. Hey, if you're working kind of straight, unless I just got to set say one hit 12 months. It's not. Probably gonna be a little bit under by the stick, I reckon. Okay, so the second hand business. Only one way though. Spin it all the way around. Okay, well I've finished. So literally do you but not actually. What the fuck? Where did that just happen? Okay. Random ash. Wait, going on? Alright, now let's get one of these ones. Big old push in. Where is the like where's the big one? Oh, alright. So the easiest way I can think to fix the rest is put that in there? No. Okay. Oh try. Oh, that's moving. I mean he'll kind of work. Not positioned correctly. He's like spinning. That is interesting. It's basically just a nice looking watch that doesn't work. And it's completely off time. Wowza. Uh, manually. But just no. Place. Again, I'm probably committing conflict spin right now, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't do this at home, kid. Well, I mean, do if you want to and do it better than I did, but hopefully, when I push this in, it should work. Why have you fucking moved, you asshole? Not the greatest connection in the world, but it's fine. Hopefully, you want to push this in a little bit. Push it out a little bit. Okay. One. That's interesting. It's feeling feeling weird resistance. Oh shit! Oh no, that's definitely not what's happening. Oh, okay. Okay, I swear down. I know I can make a watch because obviously I made my dad's one. It should not be taking me 2 hours to get this done. I don't really know what's going on here. This was on there. It's not even moving. No, that balance is not moving. That's completely off center. There's something wrong going on. I broke it. Oh my god, I might have broken it. Let me show you this, right? If I move all of this around, just to kind of show you exactly how this works, right? If I broke this, I'm gonna be very annoyed. Because this is gonna be a very fun video. I might still post it if it's broken, because that's kind of funny, but also it's a waste of my money. £107. Old macaroonies gone down the drain. What the fuck was that? Nothing. Everything going wrong. Going wrong all of a sudden. Alright. Okay. Let me show you how this works, right? So when you pull out this, you can change the date and time. Then when you push it all the way in, it has a wind. And that wind is supposed to put power into the watch. Now what I'm noticing is it feels off. And I can't really show you how it sounds or feels. With this, it's smooth. And I don't know why it's not working all that well. But with this one, I don't know, maybe it's because what? Is that one? That's the what? I'll show you 1 second. Someone, but I can genuinely tell like something is broken here. I don't want to take it all apart because I don't have tools and be the point. Yes, that part should be moving here. It's not. Take a look on the back. See if there's anything. It's nothing to wind up. Just give us like a big old dust down below real quick. If I just give it like the lightest little push. Oh, that should spin. That part should be moving. That little, you see, that little fucking draw piece. That part should be zipping around, but it's not. Which is what I'm finding very interesting. How have I done that? See the wind. I'm gonna keep giving it like spins. If this doesn't work, I don't know what will. Oh, buddy. Okay, there we go. We got some spin in it. You see that? The watch is moving. If I do this, see, that should be ticking. All of this should be working, but it's not. And that's not moving. Okay, so maybe that's not what it is then. Okay. Now if I just give this a nice old press in. Put everything together. Nothing is touching. I think I'm going to be right up there. Yeah, that's very loose. I don't know how to fix that. I'm not going to take off that second hand. Very odd. Very, 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 very odd. Also lost the wrench. Oh, the wrench, the hand pusher I was using. Oh, no, I didn't. What am I on about? Dumbass. Give that some wine. Fucking hell. God, that is actually. Assuming that's not the one that is like. I don't even care if it's out of this now. I can always fix it, I guess, somewhere. Oh, yeah, that's second time. It still sucks. So yeah, that's what that looks like. Watches are weird. I can say that without that. Why is my hand stained yellow? What has done that? Oh my god, I've not had a weird. This is the weirdest watch I think I've ever made. What in the fuck has happened here? I've made two watches, and yeah, I've never had this before. Did something just pop off? No, the hour hand started fucking flopping around again. See, that is interesting. Why is it doing that? Wind. See if it wants to start working anytime soon. If it doesn't, I'm just going to put it in the watch. So at least this finished product is there and I can fix it at some point in the future. I'm still here, guys. Don't worry. Slightly dying, but yeah, that's still here. Ugh. Okay, well, it's not sticking for whatever reason. I don't know why that is, but the hands are on now. The date is set. It's not going to tick, which is annoying to say the least, but hey, so that's how we do it. Unfortunately, so. So we're actually going to put it all together now, because this is coming to like a 2 hour long video, and I want to put this away because I'm very annoyed the fact that this has not worked, and the fact that it's not even working anymore. Like that's not even spinning, which it should be. So let's get my toothpick out. Nice. Nice, so we're just going to give everything a puff. Yeah. I'm just going to do it off the camera. That is extremely disappointing, to be honest with you. Where did I put the watch? There it is. So, now it's time to put it in the bracelet. So we're going to give that a big old blow through as well. Where is that hole? Yep, that's barely. Watch is a disaster anyway. Damn, that's man. Alright. I might be able to get away with not putting the dot in here, but I'm going to do it. But, well, now next up, this goes in. I'm gonna move my microphone so it gets a little bit weird and a little bit quiet. It's just like I'm doing a little bit. Really frack. There we go. Here. Peculiar. Peculiar. Indeed, indeed. No, what is the discoloration on it? Yeah, right there. That's like some exploration. Hmm, intriguing. Very intriguing. This not moving is causing me some worry. So we should be doing that, really. Interesting something, but whoa. All right, cool. Now then, what's next? I can lift all of this back up and push that further away. Ooh, fishbowl lens. Unreal, bro. There we go. Now, next up is the gasket. So we're going to grab a little gasket hub there. We're going to grab our gasket like so, put it in there. Get that. Close it up. Glue it up. Now this is just for waterproofing. I would not recommend actually taking one of these diving or underwater in the slightest. If you choose to, that is by your own volition. Don't come at me with, ooh, look. We do not like that. No, we don't. This is why you go to classic because then things like that I don't have in this watch finish ruined anyway. So I'm not sure about it. That's gonna hurt. But a little bit closer to me. You guys see it? Not really. You guys not watch me do this anyway. I don't know if you guys saw me at all then. I'm just gonna set this on my face. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that. Alright. Final moment ish. Close that. You bitch. Oh god, I feel scratched up on the inside now. Oh, this is fun. Swimmingly. This is supposed to be a really nice fun project for me, and it's not even worth it. So it's the first time when I made it for someone else, when I try and do something for me, it doesn't go well. I love that. What with me? That's not going to go in. Why won't you go in? Oh my fucking word. Get in the fucking hole. Oh, this is pretty language, guys. Not usually bad. Okay, let me just I put it on here and say, whatever reason, it's actually getting screwed in. I'm wondering if that's maybe the little plastic bit. But I'm Nice. Nice. Oh wow, this is fucking great. Cool idea for a video, he says. Gonna love it, you guys, he says. Absolute fucking shit show to the highest magnitude of fuckfaces everywhere. 2 hours and 2 minutes of recording just for a watch that will look cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not gonna work. It's a plastic bit. Goddamn plastic bit. Not really because of How am I gonna get that out? Where's my toothpick? Here it is. I was wrong. Was not. So it's blocking that from screen. So we're gonna relube, replace the gasket, and then put the fucking lid. Man, this is fun time, guys. This is supposed to be a nice project for me, and no, it isn't. Actually, I feel really bad. So in nice. That should be good to go then. For the work I'm making prime. There we go. There we go. Now, I'm not revealing what it looks like until we get the bracelet back on, which is going to be a whole different issue because the bracelet is a lot harder to get in than it is to get off because it's such a tight fucking area. See? Such a tight area. And it would be a lot easier if I could just take out one of these links and put that in, add the link back. But I don't have a link delinking screwdriver, unfortunately. But you don't need one necessarily. So we're just gonna grab the little ring that goes in there. It's a little tension gauge. We're gonna just slide that into the hole. 1 second. All right, cool. In. All right. Now bear with me. It's more swearing ensues. So I need that there. I believe. Not good in the fight with this. Oh my fuck off, you wanker. Ah, my. Never seen watch him. No. It's a new skill. I've only made 2 of these, and I don't make them often. So, and I broke, and like I had issues with the first one. It worked, but I had issues with the first one. That issue was namely, why did you come out? There's no tension. There's no tension. There's no reason for you to come out. Anyway, just name was rudely interrupted by this piece of shit tension spring. Tension, whatever. That's completely. Oh, brother. I don't even need the faint also. That's all the app. No reason to have these. Coming out again. Oh, I'm not going back to the watch now. My hands. Restricting blood flow, maxing blood flow restriction. Very funny thing to say, really, isn't it? Fine. So now she's gonna pushing inward. No, that's not fine at all, is it? Maybe that should come out on the side. Okay, what do we do it? Why? Well, it should be this way, my friend. Way. You're a fucking lovely person, aren't you? The issue is I cannot get it in there properly unless it is curved this way, can I? I have to figure out how to do that shit without it falling out. Right, that's step one. That's it. That part there. See what the fuck it's doing. No, don't do that. No, I'm an idiot. 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 Why did I do that? I'm broken. Duh. Making a watch and failing miserably at 70. Yeah, but so you gotta be careful because it is like a speeding bullet. I'm just a stupid kid. Oh, fuck off, you fucking wanker. Oh boy, there's a lot of swearing going on in this video. Sorry, kids. I mean, some people have been doing this for years. I've been doing this for a few months. Even then, I'm not even doing it. I've done this for a total span of 5 hours, if that. So, yeah. Hey ho, here she goes. Almost in, I think. And that shot at me, and it's on. Where did it go? It hit me, so I'm trying to make sure it didn't go on me or anywhere like that. Alright. So it started off so great, and it ended absolutely. Not sure, and it's sure, not seeing me. And anyway, there. Yeah, found it. Woohoo. Okay. I don't even know if that picked me up rolling underneath my desk. So, you're very welcome, I guess. Try not to show my face, so this video might never get posted. Uh, Some attention. Oh, I think. Come on, bro. I thought we did it. My. This might have to be my my least favorite part about making a watch is trying to put the bracelet back on. Because I can't see anything, and I can't take apart this part. I don't have a screwdriver small enough to take apart the link. No, it's just a dot. It pushes it. So, for example, on my other watch, if I can show you, there are holes on the side there, which would make that a lot easier. Because all I got to do is just put this little part in that hole, a little push, pull, and it will come out. So with this, it has these ridges here, which is a bit more professional, but it does mean I have to use this little part, do this with it in that little slot, which is a pain in the butt. Holy, wait a minute. That's snap. Was that just like that? Bear with me a second. Like that. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can like cheese it in a little bit. But this thing needs to be like perfect, machine perfect. Which is not easy with this whole lot. I'm very tempted to just give up the video now and just show you guys, and you guys can laugh at my suffering. It's gonna be a very depressing video, actually. No, don't be depressed. This happens to me more than you think, where I'm trying to do something cool or show someone something and it doesn't go the way I want it to, and it's probably because I'm overzealous. So, you know, thumbs up for overzealousness, I guess. I'm a tryer. I try to. In the end, does it ever really matter? What about looking on the back? Alright, I have to be very careful. Then, that's in, baby. Alright. It is time for the big reveal of the watch that doesn't even work. Look at how beautiful that is. If this worked, it would be amazing. I think it's no, okay, might be okay. It's just reflective. But look at that. That is actually gorgeous, and I love the way it looks. I'm just really sad that it's not working. Let's see if I can get thin. Oh my god, it's ticking. Let me just keep winding it. So it does work. It's just in the wrong placement, so that's fine. I think. I hope. I'm curious if it'll do that many hand or if it'll do over here. Let's see. Oh, it stopped. That is interesting. Juice. Well, that took 2 hours and 20 minutes. The watch worked for 5 seconds. No, it worked for about 20, 30 seconds. It was here-ish. But still. Kind of sad. It does look like it's moving. No, that is me. I could have sworn it was like around that foot up there. Whatever. It kind of works. And looks good. And who reads watches to tell the time anymore? Come on. So, there we have it. Our Seiko NH35 personal modified. I'm calling it the Emerald. I'm calling it Emerald. This is the Onyx watch. I'm sorry. It's black, it's green, it's classic, it's classy. It looks absolutely stunning. I love it. I do love it. I hate the fact it's not working. I might have to just buy a new movement, a new hand, and a new dial. But all in all, I do think it is gorgeous. I love the black. I love the different greens, and even the second hand green. I just love that there's 3 different layers of green go on here. I just think it does a gorgeous look, classy. It doesn't fit me at the minute, but like it did. That's what it looked like. That looks gorgeous. And yes, I know I wear it on the wrong hand. I should wear it on this hand because then I can mess around the crown, but I don't like wearing it like that. I really should wear it upside down. I should have made it. I should have made it upside down. But that's what it would look like. And that is actually kind of cool. That's beautiful. It's the Ben 10 watch. It's the real Ben 10 watch, guys. It's the Omnitrix. It is the Omnitrix. Alright. So, in any case. Oh, in any case, I hope you guys did enjoy watching. I forgot my hairband again. I hope you guys did enjoy watching because even though it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, just look at that. That is gorgeous. That is beautiful. It looks beautiful. It doesn't turn well, which is unfortunate. But I love the way it looks. And sometimes watches aren't just about telling time; they're a fashion They're a fashion statement. So I will definitely be wearing this with certain outfits. Anyway, that is enough from me. You've dealt with me for 2 hours and 20 minutes in this long ass video about a watch. So I hope you all have enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, share with your friends. Watchmakers in the comments, if you want to give me any tips for what the fuck went wrong, let me know. If there are any that catch on their feed. And yeah, Aliexpress is very good for making watches. We have the watch I made for my father and my watch. Here's what I will say, right? I originally really hated the bracelet on this. I've got it separate to the main chassis. This almost feels like plastic. And I don't know if it's because I'm touching it a lot and it's been warm. But this is cool metal, whereas this is not. So I reckon this might actually be steel. Or something similar. This might be plated. Secondly, I'm not the biggest fan of how square this is. I kind of do prefer the curves of that. What else do I prefer? I don't mind the crown on this one. The crown is very different. I don't know if you can see it. But the crowns are very different. And I do like the crown on this one with the diamond plating. But this is classic. This crown is very classic watch. I definitely prefer the clip on this. We have a little kind of press it in clip. You just press these 2 knobs together, and the entire watch can be released, as so. As compared to this one. But this is also supposed to be more of a streamlined watch, which you could probably wear with a suit, to be fair. And I do own a black suit, so if I get some green accents. And if you guys want to see me wearing a black suit one day, I might wear it on court days with me and P-Jock if I bring it with me to uni as well. But the only way I can get it is to get this part because you're supposed to be able to pull it from this part here. You're supposed to be able to pull it up, but that's not really working for me. I guess maybe if I put it on my wrist, it might work. But even then, this isn't tight, so I don't know. Wait and see now. Wait and see. Try not to snap it, because that's one thing I fear might happen with these bracelets. Is it might snap? So I might just try and get a black dual pin bracelet and just interchange them, because that is something I can do. But yeah, all in all, besides the fact that it's not working, I do think it's a beautiful looking watch. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Leave a like, leave a comment down below what you think. Subscribe if you want to. Check out my Twitch. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. British time. That's about 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. About 11 a.m. 12 a.m. Mountain Time ish. If you live in Texas and East Coast. Good luck at 7 a.m. I guess. No, I don't know what it is. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.